Look, I know you probably have a lot of questions, but it was the early 90s. And the fact that it's a TMNT ripoff, that it's also a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, that's also got, whoa, attitude, because it's the SEGA Genesis! I mean, of course it does. What'd you expect, dude? It was the early 90s. It's Dinosaurs For Hire! So this game is, at least conceptually, at least 110% awesome. I mean, you play as dinosaurs with machine guns. What else do you need to know? Oh, how about the fact that one of them's a stegosaurus named Reese, which is like Jurassic Park and Terminator had a baby and named it this exact game. Also, they're spread shot, so Contra. If Mother Teresa made a cameo in this, it'd be the least surprising thing ever. She'd be riding one of the dinosaurs, which is about the only thing that could have possibly made this any cooler. At least conceptually. I mean, the gameplay is kind of like... I mean, it's not the most... Look, whatever. Did you forget about the dinosaurs? Now, as it turns out, this game is actually based on a comic book. Dinosaurs For Hire was a comic book. But think about that. It's a game based on a comic book that's based on another comic book that was originally intended to be a parody of lame comic books. I mean, I'm not a math guy, but I don't think that's how you make awesome things. It turns out things aren't quite as awesome as they seem with Dinosaurs For Hire. For starters, the game's super limited. There's basically one weapon that all the dinosaurs share. And I'm sorry, but that's strike one. T-Rex doesn't share. It's not even a cool weapon either. It's just your basic ball shooter. You shoot big orange balls. Like, why? These guys should be shooting lava or actual living velociraptors out of a cannon. And yes, they'd fit inside a cannon because in reality, velociraptors were only a couple feet tall at best. They're basically very angry chickens. Hey, if this game's gonna disappoint me, I'm gonna disappoint you. Now, you do upgrade that weapon as you go along. You can stack your power-ups, but it doesn't take long to just max it out. And even then, it's kind of like anyone could be shooting this. A Russian could be shooting this. But hey, the Kremlin's the least of your problems, because you'll also be bored. This game will bore you, which is shocking, because how's that even happen? Did you forget about the dinosaurs? Why am I shooting tiny little ninjas? Why can't I just eat them? Not to brag, I'm the greatest predator that's ever lived. And look, I don't want to be a dick about it, but I should be able to eat any tiny little ninjas. So the enemies are kind of lame, and the science is suspect. Actually, the gameplay gets kind of boring too. It goes from fun and rad to cheap and frustrating with all the speed of an enormous meteor that's about to crash into the Earth. And believe me, these guys would know. But you know, as disappointing as it can be, it's still pretty awesome sometimes. Never more so than when the bosses show up. I mean, look, this is how you do a boss battle. Look at it, it's huge! Takes up the whole screen. They're always doing something terrible, too. So you're given more incentive than just kill the boss because it's a boss, and that's what you do. You kill the boss. No, this is like, kill the boss before he does this, because he's been a bad monkey. And again, when the gameplay isn't too repetitive, and the parts aren't too frustrating, and everything clicks with this thing, this is a pretty awesome game. It's nothing original or anything, but like, seriously, guys, did you forget about the dinosaurs? Look, I went into this expecting greatness. Never heard of the comic, but that's because I was busy watching Dino Riders when I was a kid. That's how I got my dinosaur laser gun fix. They were brainwashed dinosaurs, too. Brainwashed by aliens, which made it even cooler. Look, point is, I expected Dinosaurs For Hire to blow my mind. Didn't quite do that. But all the same, it's still fun. It's a solid shooter with decent graphics and sound and an awesome concept. And dinosaurs and machine guns, which makes all of our complaints extinct. What, too soon? It's Dinosaurs For Hire for the SEGA Genesis. Big thanks to the Byrne brothers from Germantown, New York for sending this to the show. Dino Riders. Google them.